Hello Aquarius and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie and this is your weekly reading for the week of August 2nd through August 8th. Quick disclaimer, this reading is a general reading and so cannot resonate with everyone. Take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. If none of it resonates, go check out a reading from one of your other signs, moon, rising, etc. Or go check out one of the many wonderful readers on this platform who may have something more attuned to your situation this week. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, physician, psychologist, counselor, or anything else that requires a certification. I'm simply someone with a very deep passion for the tarot. I've been reading for years, and anything that I say regarding or resembling advice is simply based on my opinion, my own knowledge, my interpretation of the cards, and little bits and pieces that may come to me intuitively from time to time. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start with an archetype card, which I already drew for you guys before I started recording. And when I tuned into your energy, I got the Father. The Father is very similar to the King. This could actually have something to do with your father, but this is like the divine masculine, okay, or very masculine energy. The Father is the protector. Traditionally, the father is considered the provider, on the material level anyway. The father, both in his abilities and his limitations, teaches the child what it means to be human and imperfect as well. The masculine energy can also be considered like active or expressive energy. The father refers to energy that moves outward and very related to action, taking action. So we'll see how this is relevant to you guys in the reading as we get more cards on the table. Whatever this means to you specifically, if something comes to your mind right away, then you'll know better than I do about your personal situation. But the Father, the energy of the Father, the energy of the divine masculine is very important in this reading and for you guys in the week ahead. So the next card I'm going to pull from the Moonology deck, and this is going to give us an idea of what cosmic influences will be affecting you guys or your situation this week. We have the Blue Moon, believe in the impossible. So at this point, I don't really have enough information to really kind of tie this to the Father yet, except that no, you know what? I'm going to hold my tongue because something's coming to me and I just want to get a few more cards on the table before I really say it out loud. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn to the tarot. We'll get the four basic energies out, which includes the material, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. So the material for Aquarius this week. What's going on in the material for Aquarius this week? So we have the Ten of Cups, or the Ten of Vials in this deck. This is the happy, complete family. Okay. This does, to me, embody not just happiness, but abundance as well. An abundance of love, connectedness, and unconditional love. So already we're off to a good start. A very strong family dynamic is being communicated here. And because this is in the material position, this tells me that you are in a position, or excuse me, your material situation is stable and secure. Okay, so let's move on to the mental. And this has to do with mental health or just your mental state at this time. Mental health is very important to me, and so I like to include it in my readings whenever I can. While I shuffle, I'll just reiterate that this won't resonate with everybody. It just simply cannot. Too many Aquariuses out there for one reading to cover all the bases. Okay, so mentally we have the Five of Wires, which is the Five of Wands. This indicates some sort of conflict. It does not have to be necessarily a very heavy emotional conflict. It could be competition of some kind. But mentally you are conflicted in some way, or you are there's a conflict in your life that is weighing on your mind at this time. Okay, now we'll see what's going on emotionally for you guys, Aquarius. How is Aquarius doing on the emotional level? So we have the High Priestess. And this tells me that you guys are very in tune with your emotions, with your intuition as well, and your subconscious, the very deepest parts of yourself. You are directly connected. And so this allows you to have a very deep understanding of exactly how you're feeling, why you feel the way you feel, and what you need to nurture your emotional self, your heart. You also have some kind of insight or clarity that may be coming into you in regards to a situation that affects you emotionally as well. So now we'll pull a card for how you guys are doing spiritually at this time. Get some insight into how Aquarius is doing on the spiritual level. This is just a little update on your spiritual journey. We all have our own spiritual journey of development. So we're just going to see where you guys are at on yours. We have the Nine of Vials, which is the wish card. This is very happy. It indicates success and fulfillment and satisfaction. You've gotten your wish. Things are going really good. So, and 9 is really close to 10, and 10 is completion. So you're nearing the end of some kind of cycle on the spiritual level. You've experienced a lot of spiritual growth as of late, and you're very happy. You're at peace too, I get. Because what you've learned on your spiritual journey up until this point has allowed you to feel gratitude and contentment with your life and the situation that you're in, and has given you the ability to be happy with the little things in life. Okay, you're not, you're very strong in your spirituality is something that I'm getting here. So let's see what else we can figure out with the tarot. See what the major situation is that's going to be playing out for you guys this week. The main situation for Aquarius this week. So we have the Nine of Arms, which is the Nine of Swords, and this did come out in reverse. This is usually referred to as the Nightmare card. Things that give you anxiety, worries, fears, things that keep you up at night, things that literally may give you nightmares, but it is in the reverse. So I see this energy moving away from you at this time. As you become more strong and secure in your emotions and your spirituality, I think that many of your fears will be eased in the process. There's also an element here, because this is the maiden situation, that you are releasing fear this week and standing in your strength. I can make it fit. Okay. So now I'm going to pull a couple cards for you guys to indicate what challenges you may be encountering this week. So we have the Fool, and it did come out in reverse. This could potentially indicate that you guys are inexperienced, potentially naive in some way. And so, this could be related to your fear, okay? Because not knowing oftentimes can lead to a state of fear, because you just don't know what to expect. You don't know what you're capable of. You don't know your own strength. This could also indicate foolishness as well. So for this to be in the challenge position, you have a lot to learn still. And yeah, you still have a lot to learn in this situation. But the more you learn, the less you fear basically. This foolishness may be related to the Five of Wands in some way. I'd be very careful about how you deal with this conflict until you have more information or a little more experience, and until you are you have a more well-rounded, I guess, understanding of yourself, what lies in your subconscious, what your motivations are, and what you really want. I'm going to clarify the Fool real quick in reverse. Let's clarify the Fool in reverse for Aquarius, please. So we have the Eight of Vials, or the Eight of Cups, indicating that the situation you're in right now has nothing left for you, and it's time to turn in a new direction, potentially walking into the unknown in search of a new cup, a new opportunity, love, relationships, friendship. Okay. So the Fool and the Eight of Cups being together tells me that you may be susceptible to manipulation or deception as you are out in search of this new love or new meaning in your life. So that just requires a certain level of discernment and vigilance, right? With wisdom comes caution. So be cautious when it comes to who you meet, the people you deal with, what you believe. And it also indicates to me that it's very important for you to set boundaries in any new relationships immediately until you become more experienced and you have a better understanding of your own situation and what you want out of a relationship. So let's see one more challenge that Aquarius may encounter this week. This is just a potentiality. It does not mean that anything is going to happen. We have the Agent of Wires, which is the Knight of Wands. Rushing into something too quickly. That is a potential challenge for you guys. Okay, so if this is regarding a new relationship, or if you're looking for love, the advice here is not to rush in. Okay, take your time, move slowly. Again, be cautious, be careful. Because not everybody out there has the best of intentions. Okay, so now I'm going to get a couple cards on the table for advantages that you guys are going to have this week. So we have the Magician in reverse. The fact that we have the Magician out at all tells me that you do have the power to manifest things into your own life at this time. With it being in reverse, there is an imbalance there. Okay? So for this to come out in the advantage position, kind of indicates to me that you guys, like perhaps you want to manifest something, but it may not be right for you. And so the circumstances or your current energy is not really going to, it's just not going to work out, whatever it is that you want to bring into being. So if you're trying to accomplish something or manifest something and you keep hitting walls and it's not working, then it's probably because it's not for you. It's not right for you at the very least. So take that as a sign that you need to slow down and reevaluate your priorities. That's Spirit's way of telling you, or of protecting you, really, from making bad decisions or making uninformed decisions. Okay, let's get one more advantage out for Aquarius, please. So we have the Eight of Arms. This may have come out in the reverse position. I'm not sure. I dropped it on the floor. But, this is self-imprisonment of some kind. So because it came out in the advantage position as well, okay, then perhaps you are trying to free yourself from any attachments or beliefs, ideas, thought patterns that hold you back, right? Because she can get out of her bindings if she chooses to. I mean, she has a sword. She could just cut it. Okay? So for this to be an advantage, this tells me that even if there is something that's holding you back, you have the power to remove those obstacles, remove those bindings from yourself so that you can move forward. You are in control here. Absolutely. That's why you have to be so careful with the decisions that you make. And this is why it's important to be informed and to have all the information. Because as soon as you're ready to cut yourself loose, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can manifest whatever your heart desires. So I think that being in this 8 of Arms position where you're stuck or you're not moving forward yet, because we have the Magician in reverse here as well, I think that this is these circumstances are allowing you to reflect and get your head straight and get your priorities straight before you move forward, before you make any life-changing decisions. One more tarot card, and then we'll move on to the Oracle. See, what is the lesson for Aquarius this week? Get the lesson for Aquarius this week. So we have the Apprentice of Zent, which is the Page of Pentacles. This can be a new offer or opportunity coming into you, a message regarding money or finances. But another thing about the Apprentice, why I love this deck so much, is for referring to the pages as apprentices, because they are a young and inexperienced energy. They're students, but they're well studied and almost ready to take everything that they've learned and apply it in a real life setting. Okay, so this is the lesson here is that you have more to learn. You are the student in this situation, and everything that's happened up to this point has been to teach you something. And potentially the situation that you're going to be entering next will also be for the purpose of teaching you a very important lesson. So the lesson is, this is a lesson, however helpful that may be. I think, though, that also the overall lesson here is whatever you experience this week is to get you ready for applying what you've learned in the real world. Whether this be in a relationship or in a material work type setting. Dotting your I's, crossing your T's, making your plans, having a backup plan. Oops. Yeah, having a backup plan may be very important for you as well, because there is something that you want and you want to rush forward. You want to make this happen. There's something that you want to manifest that you believe will make you very happy. But we'll go back up here to this mental position for a second, the 5 of Wires. There is potential for conflict or obstacles. 5s, though, conflict and obstacles induce change, okay? Or they inspire change in some way. Catalyze, that's the word I was looking for. They catalyze change. So it's still positive. It's still going to have a very positive influence on your journey. But I think that what the cards are telling me here, or what they're telling you, is that you need not rush into any situation, no matter how bad you want it, because you still have a lot to learn. You could use some practice. Right, because we have the 9 of Arms here, right? So this is this energy of fearlessness, this release of fear. And then you also have fearlessness here in the Agent of Wires, the Knight of Wands. And it's not that you need to have fear, but, don't be naive. Don't assume that nothing can go wrong. Don't expect that everything is going to go exactly the way you want it to. These bindings here with the 8 of Arms could potentially be your own ignorance. There's something that you need to be wise to. We'll see if we can figure out what that is exactly. Tying this back into the Father card over there. You are in need of guidance in this situation, and The guidance that you need may be available to you through your own father or someone who is a father figure. But see, we still also have this blue moon card, okay, that you can't see over here in the corner. Believe in the impossible. So the message here isn't that you can't have what you want. It's not that what you want to manifest is not possible. It's just that you need more information. You may not be ready yet. And I think that there's a concern here too that if you take this leap prematurely and you run into this conflict, or perhaps if you are conflicted mentally and you still try to move forward, that you may run into obstacles and then you won't be able to figure out how to overcome them, and then you might give up. When what you really needed was just a little more information, a little more time spent preparing yourself. So now we'll go ahead and we'll turn to the oracle cards, get some extra insight. Let's see what's influencing you from the past in this situation this week. Something from the past that is influencing you now or having an effect on you or your situation at this time. Interesting. We have El Shaddai, the Radiant Lord, wisdom, paternalism, and kindness. The Benevolent Father. Okay, and so this ties in directly to the archetype card for this week. This is somebody in your life, somebody that you know who's very wise, that you respect, that may hold a father-like figure in your life, who is very wise, who is trying to guide you. And perhaps you need to go back to this individual and ask again. Maybe when he tried to guide you the first time, you didn't really get the message, or you didn't understand it right. And so, ask for guidance from this individual or anyone in your life that you trust who has a lot of experience, or somebody who has a lot of experience in the in regards to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. But be open to advice. Don't get it in your head that you don't need anybody to help you, or that you know everything that you need to know to get started. I don't think you do. Not yet. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a card that's going to give us an idea about what subconscious elements may be influencing you at this time. This could be something that's holding you back that you're unaware of, or this could be something that you know subconsciously that you need to bring into your awareness. We have the Omen. This could be negative, this could be positive. It is also number 44. Keep that in mind, another synchronicity. Signs. You are receiving signs. And whether you're aware of it or not, you are noticing them on a subconscious level. They are very important. Keep your eyes open for those signs. Take them seriously. Okay? Every situation is different. The signs could be very positive and encouraging, or the signs could be warding you away from a bad situation. Okay? Do not ignore red flags or warning signs. Don't ignore them. Okay? There is another way. Just because the path you're trying to take may not be right for you doesn't mean that there isn't another way. But this indicates to me that you are definitely receiving signs of some sort that need to be acknowledged and listened to. So now I'm going to pull a card that's going to give us an idea of what kind of energies you guys are attracting towards yourselves this week. The energies that we attract are directly related to the energies that we are putting out into the universe. So if you don't like the energy you're attracting, check yourself and think about what you may be putting out into the universe yourself. We have the Squirrel, responsibility and balance. All right, so this is that slow, careful energy that I was already talking about. Whatever it is that you want to jump into and start, this is Spirit reminding you that you need to make responsible choices, make sure you're prepared, and approach this endeavor from a balanced perspective. Be honest with yourself about what you know, what you don't know, what you can do, what you're not sure about. and be moderate and conservative in your choices for now. Don't take huge risks, basically, because you just don't have enough information yet. Yep. Another thing that I'm getting from the Father card up there is structure. You need more structure. You need more discipline. And you need to be ready to do the hard work, because this is going to require a lot of hard work. You may not realize that yet. And if you jump in now and you realize how difficult it is, then it's going to feel impossible. And then you might give up. Again, you might choose not to go along with it. And it turns out this really is something that is right for you. But you need to expect that it will require a lot of hard work on your part. And that you may encounter obstacles on your path. You need to be ready for that and willing to fight for what you want. And so coming from a place of structure and discipline is going to give you the foundation that you need to overcome these obstacles, no matter what they are or where they arise. So now I'm going to pull a couple cards that are going to give us an idea of your strengths that you have that may be useful for you at this time. All of the cards in this deck that I'm pulling from now are very positive as well, so nothing to worry about there. This is just a reminder from Spirit what you have going for yourself already that's going to be helpful for you. You have love. Okay, so this is you. You are very loving. But also, you are loved unconditionally. You are loved and supported. I think this ties in directly with all of the references to this father figure in the reading. Okay, someone who loves you deeply, who is in your life to guide you. Someone who you love deeply. Okay, and you care about what they think, you care about how they feel. And this also indicates to me that this is right in the sense that you are coming from a place of unconditional love and kindness, compassion. Okay? And to not lose that in the process of trying to get your way, basically. Generosity. Okay, so you are very generous as a person, which is a very positive attribute and is going to help you out a lot, and is also going to allow you to help many other people as well. I do get, though, because we have so many cards on the table that are indicating that there is some ignorance or naivete, that perhaps this generosity puts you at risk for being taken advantage of. And that is another thing that you need to be prepared for. And another reason why you might seek guidance on how to deal with a situation where you may be taken advantage of as you move forward on this path, because you could be led astray by someone with bad intentions, or you could trust the wrong person and they could, ruin everything you've worked for and take everything that you have, take you for granted, and leave you high and dry with nothing to show for your hard work. So, even more reason to set boundaries and protect yourself and pay attention to red flags. Can't say that enough. Pay attention to red flags. And if you don't know what the red flags are, ask. Okay, so the last couple cards I'm going to pull before we wrap this up is going to be just a couple cards that will give us some advice from Spirit. Get some advice from Spirit for Aquarius this week, please. So we have sea creatures, immersion, and they're immersed in water. So water represents emotions and feelings and the subconscious. So you might do some deep meditation and subconscious work on yourself, okay, to get a very deep understanding of who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you need to work on, what you have to offer. This could also indicate immersing yourself in whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, right? Getting used to the process, getting used to the hard work, immersing yourself in the process. Did I already say that? I think I already said that. My apologies. Broken record over here. But you know, just getting used to what this journey is going to entail, what it's going to require from you. Okay, so I'm going to get one more advice card, and then we will call it a day. Get one more card of advice from Aquarius. So we have curses. Okay, this is related directly to the omen. And also this kind of confirms what I was saying earlier, that you need to be careful of the intentions of other people. This isn't necessarily saying that you are cursed. Simply that other people who have bad intentions or malicious intentions towards you, you know, could really affect your progress and divert you off of your path and hurt you, potentially. You could get hurt in a situation like this, where, you know, you're kind of basically, you are young, fresh blood, and the minute you put yourself out on the scene, they're going to smell it. Somebody out there who is selfish and malicious, who is just waiting for somebody to come along that they can take advantage of. And this is why this father figure keeps coming in, this protector, right? This individual wants to protect you from a bad situation like this, from people out there who are just waiting for someone who's less experienced to wander into their trap. Accept the guidance that is being offered to you by this father figure, okay? You know, there's nothing wrong in accepting and admitting that you have more to learn, and that you need to grow a little more before stepping out on your own. It doesn't make you stupid. It doesn't mean that you can't be independent. It just means you're not quite ready yet. And so now that we're wrapping this up, I will reiterate one more time, this reading can't resonate with everybody, and I do get that. This is very specific for some people, but hopefully for some of you out there, this makes sense, this resonates, and it's helpful. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for joining me today. If you enjoyed that reading and it did resonate with you, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates when I upload every week. And aside from my weekly readings, I am going to start doing pick-a-cards and things of that nature. So if you're interested in that, or you have some ideas for readings that you would like to see, please leave it in a comment below. I would love to see, hear your input, or well, I guess it's seeing your input because it's in a text form, but I would really appreciate your input, and I would love to integrate whatever people request into my readings in the future. So thank you guys, take care, and I will see you next week.